KOTA enables companies to set up, manage and automate core financial benefits from insurance and pension providers on their platform and the delightfully simple employee app. Control spend, remove reporting admin and say goodbye to broker fees. KOTA helps you to set up and scale your core benefits effortlessly and in an affordable way. Please welcome KOTA.
Hi, my name is Luke Mackey. I am the co-founder and CEO of a company called KOTA. At KOTA, we're making core benefits work for modern companies. We believe the existing traditional way of companies scaling their benefits and how they offer benefits to their employees through, say, the broker-led model doesn't work for kind of a modern age of employee and how they deal with their finances. So much so that we've basically built this entire infrastructure and platform around it. Whether it's you're working HR, whether you work in finance, managing benefits is difficult, whether you're in one country or 10, or whether you have 5 employees or 5,000. And it's quite an imperfect experience for the employee too. Actually, something that would be quite interesting is how many of you enjoyed setting up your pension in the company you're currently working at? Did anyone? Not a single hand, which isn't surprising. So this is kind of crazy for us because there's been so much change that has happened across the board when it comes to HR, finance, payroll. There's been a ton of great user experiences for the employee and the employer. But when it comes to core benefits, there's been very little change. It's still quite an offline industry. So we're trying to build the infrastructure here that makes it possible for all of this to happen in a far more user-friendly way by interchanging with the providers. This is the view for finance. This is the view for HR. Every month, when I'm dealing with payroll or I'm dealing with changes to policies or employee queries, it's kind of like File-mageddon. That's the old way. The new way is driven by KOTA. The new way is driven by using your employee record, like your Personio or Workday, to drive those changes into KOTA, where we power those changes right into the providers, into your pension provider, your health insurer. We kind of talk in a way that we say like we're the rails that your benefits work on. So we've integrated with a ton of providers like these to actually power these benefits inside of our products. And we have 2 products. We have a platform for employers, so basically like your HR or finance and the employees that engage with it. And we have an embedded health insurance product, which we give to HR platforms. So think of like Workday. I'll talk about the platform first. So this is kind of your control center for benefits. It's like your center of the universe for where everything happens when it comes to benefits globally. Onboarding, offboarding, changes, getting quotes, enrolling your employees, benchmarking in different countries, and our billing and our payroll reconciliation all happens there. And here's how it works. So if I'm a finance person or I'm HR, I want to set up benefits in KOTA, I can connect my HRIS tool, in this case Workday. That pulls all my employees in. That's real-time data that gets updated for new joiners, salary changes. And all my billing happens here too. So my pension contributions, my health insurance contributions. That means payroll is perfect at the end of every month, so there's never any reconciliation issues. I'm going to set up a pension here for my UK team, and it's going to take me a matter of seconds. So I'm going to go to my team here who are in the UK. I'm going to pick the billing entity, and the pension is with Smart Pension, who we've integrated with in the UK. So I can basically go through here, click Create Package, and I've now created a local master trust for my UK team. They can now enroll, make contribution changes, and do that all via our mobile app. Maybe say I want to give that team health cover. I want to give them private medical insurance. We've direct integrations with Vitality in the UK, and I'll show you how that works too. So I can see a base plan. I can check a table of cover. I can see what might matter to me most. So in this case, GP care might be something that's really important to my team. And then I can build a plan around that. So I'll go in here and I'll select my outpatient cover, I'll select the excess, I can then pick the hospital options, and I can build on top of that as well. So I'll go to the next page here, and I'll do all my add-ons. So I can add, say, like EAP, I can add travel insurance, and this is all fed from the provider to us, and then we send that quote back to the provider and instantly send that information back to the provider and instantly get a quote. So here, I get my quote back, I see the policy, or see the premium that I'm going to pay every month. I can see what my add-ons are there, and I can adjust that quote if it doesn't fit into what I want to pay. Here, I'm going to go and pay. I'm going to go ahead with it, and now my employees are all getting emails to say they're now covered by Vitality. If I've got existing benefits, so say I've got a flex benefit, or I've got some core benefits I want to bring with me, that's fine. We make that really easy too. So I can go in here, and I can give instructions of how to access. The only issue there is that you're not going to have the same financial reconciliation, you're not going to have the billing powered by us, but it's still a pretty good experience to be the kind of that center hub for your employees. And this is the employee app. So this is the app that employees get when their company uses KOTA. So here I'm going to have a bit of a different flow, which is an opt-in flow, where the employee will actually pick the plans they want to get access to and see those pricing in real time. So in this case, this employee has been given €100 a month to go spend on health insurance with Irish Life. Irish Life Health in Ireland is one of our partners in Ireland. And so because of the integrations we have, we're getting real-time pricing here. So this employee is getting €100. They know that the plan they want is actually 135, so you're going to pay 135 out of pocket, and they can pick the add-ons here. Why this experience is really, really important is because it's for a generation that are not used to kind of the start-stop model and the paperwork model that's out there at the moment. It's kind of one straight flow to an aha moment, which is what we've provided. And the results we've seen on this are insane. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, but you'll see here this employee is getting the ability to add a dependent or spouse to their plan. That's all going to get quoted immediately as well. And they've got their final quote here, and now they can enroll. So what happens then? The employee gets their coverage, they can go purchase insurance, and now they can go and do their pension as well. So they've got their policy number here, they've got their email from their provider, that all comes through straight away. They actually make a claim in the app as well. So it is that kind of that one place for it. Then what will happen is I'm going to go and maybe set up my pension. Again, this is an opt-in pension. In Ireland, if you're not familiar, we have very few, we don't have auto-enrollment, so it's hard to actually fully enroll in people. So there's a lot of opt-in pensions. So this is a master trust they're going to opt into. They'll see their coverage amount or the contribution amount from their employer. And then they can choose what their contribution amount looks like against what that looks like on an annual basis with tax relief. They can talk to one of our advisors in the chat too. And that's basically it. We do KYC in there as well. So the employee flow, it all happens in there. And the results are really, really good. So on the employer side, we have an 85 net promoter score. We've got a 76% activation rate. We save companies, a 35-person company on average, around 30 hours per month on administration. We've signed up some of the best scale-ups in Europe in the last year as well. We've only been trading about a year. So that's our benefits platform. So that's what we sell to companies. This is our embedded insurance product. This is probably the first embedded health insurance product in the market. And what we do here is we give that embed and that API and SDK to platforms like HRS platforms, EOR platforms. And here's an experience that we offer. So picture this inside of your HR tool. You can see the plans that are available in the market. You can see what provider is against. It'll be localized. So in this market, it's going to show me a plan for Spain, for this employee in Spain I'm setting up for. I pick the configuration of the plan. I can accept the terms and conditions. And all of this space here that's in the middle, that's our embed. That's what's powering it. So we're talking to their back end. And what's happening here is my plan is created, and my scheme is created. And now these platforms, who are typically non-insurance platforms, are usually like HR tools, are now able to offer and sell and bind insurance all within their platform, opening up massive distribution opportunities that weren't previously there. A bit of a caveat as well, when we work with an insurer, we don't charge them anything. We are essentially a broker that works with them and tries to offer this experience depending on what type of technical limitations they have. So thank you very much. That's KOTA. As I mentioned, we're really keen to speak to a lot of the providers here. We've already integrated with 9 or 10. Our stall is just around the corner on the right. And nice to speak to you today. Thank you.